Today we're going to make a quinoa dish. So of course we're going to use the quinoa. We got just the white quinoa from Walmart, the organic one. And I went ahead and put 2 cups of, it's just chicken broth without preservatives in the pot. And then we've got 1 cup, this is a half cup measuring cup. So 1 cup of the quinoa. We stir that around. I'm going to go ahead and bring it to a boil, and then it's going to simmer for about 20 minutes. So I've got the quinoa going on a low boil right now. In fact, let me just turn it down a little bit. We're going to let that cook for about 20 minutes, like I said. And I got the rest of the ingredients together. So for this, we're using mostly fresh ingredients here. We've got the green beans, which I'm going to cut up. 1 jalapeno, we usually use about 1/4. We've got a lemon for just a squeeze for juice. We've got some tofu. Since we don't need a whole lot of meat, tofu works great, and I just used about 1/4 of the block, and I can save it for next time. We also have got this is the chicken broth I used, but it says 100% natural. You can also get organic chicken broth if you want that. And for the topping, we've got some feta cheese, and we've got an ear of corn that I'm going to scrape off the corn into the frying pan. And then we also have some cherry tomatoes, which I need to bring out. So I'm going to go ahead and start with cutting this up. Getting the frying pan going. I'm going to put just a little bit of olive oil in it to get it started, and I'll be back in a minute. Green beans and the peppers first because they take longer to cook, and then after that I add the corn and the tomatoes. So I'm going to go ahead. I did the salt and pepper already because I can't grind the pepper and hold the camera at the same time. So we've got some basil leaves. I'm going to sprinkle some on there. Got some of that hot pepper, and then the onion powder. Go and stir all that around, and as you can see, this mixture is pretty dry. I don't like to use a lot of oil. It kind of helps keep the calories down. So I'm going to add some of the broth, which gives it some moisture to cook into. Hope I wasn't a little too heavy on the onion powder there. I don't think I was. And this should make it a bit more mild too. So we're keeping on about medium-high, stirring it frequently. Also check on the quinoa, see how that's doing. As you can see, a lot of the water is absorbed, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit more. And that's cooking nicely. So next I'm going to go ahead and cut the corn off the ear. Again, we've got a fresh ear of corn, and add that to it. Went ahead and cut the corn off the cob. As you can see, the corn's still pretty white right now, and it's going to turn that pretty yellow as it cooks. And then I've cut up a lemon. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze the juice for about half a lemon into here. Well, this one is just not really juicy. I may have to grab another one. Careful not to lose the pit into the mix too. Okay, we've got I sliced up another lemon. This is a fresher one. See, that's got a lot more juice than the old one. Squeeze that in there. As you can see, I've added the cut up tomatoes. The cherry tomatoes work best. They're sweet. And we'll just let those cook for just a little bit. We don't want the tomatoes to get now I just added the firm tofu. We used about 1/4 of the cube. I'm going to mix the tofu around so it gets all the spices on it. Now I have background music. So this is what the quinoa should look like. Whoa, it's steaming up the camera. Anyway,